Shopping for school supplies is always one of my favorite parts about going back to school. But you know what's even more fun than shopping for cute school supplies? Making them yourself. In today's video, I'm going to show you 4 of my favorite Tumblr-inspired school supply DIYs. So let's get started. I'm absolutely obsessed with this first DIY because it's a great way to personalize your notebook and can be done with stuff you already have at home. The first thing you'll need is photos. Now you can use photos of you and your friends, pictures from your Instagram, or like me, you can hop on Pinterest and search for photos. I started by typing in Tumblr photography, and once I had an idea of the types of photos I liked and the color scheme I wanted to use, I narrowed down my search by adding words like bright, or blue, or yellow, so I could get just the photos that would fit with my theme. As I chose photos, I dragged them into an album on my desktop so they were all in one place and I could easily access them. Then I went to PicMonkey and I selected the design option and a 4x6 canvas. And once I had that canvas, I changed the background color to gray, and then I selected the butterfly option on the left to begin creating my overlays. Under the geometric icon, you'll find a triangle, and I just changed the outline of the triangle to white, and I made the inside transparent. Then I played around with the sizing until I could fit 6 triangles on the page. And basically you can just duplicate this layer by right-clicking and it goes a lot faster. Once your triangles are set up, it's time to begin selecting and placing your photos. Once you've selected your photo, right-click on it and send it to the back so you can see where the triangle is. And then position your photo, and once you're satisfied with how it looks, click on the Eraser tab and erase all the parts of the photo that are outside of the triangle. This will take some time, so pop on a movie or listen to some music in the background, and don't worry if you mess up because you can actually switch to the paintbrush and fill in any parts that you didn't want erased. So basically you're just going to repeat these same steps until you've filled up your entire sheet of paper. And it doesn't really matter how the photos look next to one another because we're going to be printing and cutting this up later. So when you're finished, just click Save at the top of the screen and save it as the largest file size called Sean, and then open up the PDF and print it out onto a 4x6 piece of photo paper. Now I have a photo printer at home, but if you don't have a photo printer, you could just print it out on regular printer paper, or you could make your 3 images and then have them printed at CVS, which would be super cheap. Once you've created all your images, it's time to cut out each triangle. It's a little bit tedious, but I promise that it's totally worth it because it will look so good when you're done. So once they're all cut out, it's time to take out your notebook and begin arranging the photos on the cover. Play around with it and try different combinations until you're happy with how it looks. And then grab some Mod Podge and begin gluing everything down. Make sure you're using your Mod Podge generously, and if you want this to be extra secure, you can actually do a full layer of Mod Podge over top of the photos because it dries clear. And after that, you are totally finished. Let it dry and you have a super cute notebook to use for school. This next DIY for glitter pencils is super cute and literally takes like 10 minutes to make. All you're gonna need are some pencils, some tape, some Mod Podge, and some glitter. So start by taping off the sides of your pencils just below the metal part and on the eraser. This way we're only getting glitter on the metal part of the pencil and you'll still be able to use your eraser. Then paint some Mod Podge on the metal part of the pencil and then just dip it into your glitter and voila, you have your finished pencil. Now you're just going to go ahead and wait for it to dry and peel off the tape and you have these super cute glitter pencils. Next I'm going to show you how to make a super cute binder cover that's a quicker version of the triangle notebook decoration that we made earlier. So just like the DIY before, I took to Pinterest to find all of my photos, but of course you can use your own if you want, or even magazine cutouts. I searched Tumblr photography and pastel to get most of the images I used, and I'll actually have a whole Pinterest board where you can find all the photos I used for the DIY notebooks as well as the DIY binder we're doing right now. So if you want to check out my Pinterest, you can find all of that. Then I logged onto PicMonkey and selected design like before, but this time I'm doing a custom size and I'm typing in 850 for the width and 1100 for the height. Then I made the background gray like we did and followed the same steps to create the triangles. However, this time I made sure that they perfectly filled up the page. I'm placing all of my photos on and erasing what's outside of the triangles just like we did before, except this time we won't be cutting out the triangles, so make sure that you're happy with the overall look of your design before you save and print it out. I saved it as a PDF and I opened it up and printed it on 8.5 by 11 photo paper, but you could print it on regular paper or again take it somewhere like CVS to have it printed out. Then I just slipped it in my binder and I was finished. I think it's so cute and such a fun way to personalize your binder. My last DIY is for chalkboard composition books, which I think is kind of the coolest thing ever. All you need to do is take some chalkboard spray paint and coat your notebook cover a couple of times, waiting a few minutes between coats so the paint doesn't pool. I did coats in opposite directions just to make sure that I covered the notebook completely. I let this dry overnight and then I added this cute little label that I actually found in an old scrapbooking box, but you could easily make something like it by cutting out a circle and stringing some twine through it, and I attached this to the back and inside cover of the notebook with some tape and then used some double stick tape to secure it to the front. And that's the finished notebook. It's super easy and a lot of fun to draw on with chalk. I think it's something that you and your friends could get totally creative with and totally love using. So anyway, that's the DIY video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please give this video a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe for more back to school videos and leave me a comment about what your favorite part about the back to school season is. Alright guys, I'll see you in my next video.